Good morning, everyone. From the National Weather Service in Raleigh, it's Nick Petro with your routine Thursday weekly briefing for Central North Carolina. Today's April 7, 2022, and this briefing covers the period basically the rest of this week through the weekend and the first half of next week through roughly the 13th of April. Let's switch right to our current display here and see what's going on. We've got we got some showers, and it looks like a thunderstorm's trying to get going there east of I-77. Look at I-77 corridor. That's where we've got showers. There's a few light specks around eastern Harnett County, so there could be a few very light, widely scattered showers across central North Carolina. But the area that we're watching here at the National Weather Service is this area right here, this cluster of showers and storms, and it's going to move east. Okay, and over the next, basically through the afternoon hours. And as it moves east, that we expect it to intensify. And, well, the first thing I want to point out here is the temperatures. Look at the current temperatures. Look how much warmer it is basically from Raleigh eastward. We're talking 70 plus degrees, low 70s, and versus, upper 50s to lower 60s where those showers are. Now, remember, this time of year, showers and thunderstorms really feed off that warmth. So the warmer the air mass, the better the chance for stronger storms, for storms to grow taller. And that's how storms become severe. They feed off that warmth, they grow tall, and then they have a better chance for being severe. And the same thing with dew points. You gotta feed these thunderstorms a lot of humidity and a lot of moisture, right? So the higher the dew point, which is a measure of moisture content, the better. And the highest dew point readings are basically along and east of I-95. There's some lower to mid 60s scattered back to the west, but look how basically it dries out from the mountains westward, and that's because there's a cold front. There's a cold front right here, which basically separates two different air masses. This is the warm and unstable air mass, and this is the cold air mass, and this is the cold front. And this front is providing the lift to create these showers and storms. And that's why you see these storms right here, because they're forming basically along the front. So that cold front is the mechanism for why we're having these showers and thunderstorms. That said, let me also point out one other thing. I'm going to take the temperatures off here. Here's a satellite. And notice all the, notice the breaks in the clouds. So lots of sunshine here and here and here and here. Basically, all these breaks in the clouds will allow for heating. So we're going to bump up those temperatures a few more degrees than where I just showed you. And obviously, it's cloudy here, so probably not much, in this zone right here, probably not a whole lot of additional heating is going to go on. So perhaps maybe the storms won't grow too terribly strong where it's cloudy right now. But where it's sunny, and you can see that on the visible satellite image, that's where obviously from that area eastward we'll have, and I'll just draw a rough line here, from here eastward is where the better chance for storms to grow and become severe. That said, the Storm Prediction Center, which I can overlay here, has, and it's no coincidence here, that the Storm Prediction Center has the highest likelihood for severe weather, which is in the orange, basically from Raleigh eastward, and particularly eastern North Carolina. Remember, the orange is slight or scattered severe storms. The dark green is marginal, and that's isolated severe storms. And the light green is just thunderstorms, not particularly severe, but just thunderstorms. So clearly, all this is lining up in the reasoning why our severe thunderstorm potential is what it is. And so last thing I'll show you on this particular tool is the radar simulations. And here's the latest radar simulations from the high-res rapid refresh model. This is one of my favorites when we're looking at just the next few hours in advance. And here is actually reality. This is reality. And this is what the model thinks is happening right now. So the model is a little bit overdone, okay? Slightly overdone in terms of its coverage of showers and thunderstorms. But that's okay. A lot of times it does that right at the very beginning of the model run, and then it kind of settles down and gives you a little bit more reality as you get, 5, 6, 7 hours into the run. So basically, what does it expect to happen? It expects as those showers that are currently along I-77, as they move east, to really begin to intensify. And we see that here in the model. Look at these cells, how you see more reds and oranges compared to back when it started. That's the start of the model, basically the current time. And then as I go forward, 1, 2, 3, 4 hours from now, how it sort of amplifies, if you will. And we see more of these oranges and reds, which basically depict more in the way of thunderstorm activity, basically east of US 1, in coincident where the slight and marginal risk for severe storms is located. So as we continue to run this model eastward, you can see how really along and east of I-95, that's where we really think the shower and thunderstorm activity will be its greatest and perhaps most intense. And by the way, this time frame right here, this is 9 p.m. this evening. So let me just run you back through this real quick. This is roughly current time. This is well, actually that's 1 p.m. I'm so sorry. That's 1 p.m. This would be roughly current time. So actually the model's not too bad at the start of it. So yeah, I would say the model's doing pretty good with its initial time. So here's current time. Here's 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m., 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m., and 10 p.m. So, this is roughly, let me back up here because I know a lot of folks want to know, school folks want to know about, dismissal time. So this would be 3 p.m., this would be 4 p.m., this would be 5 p.m. So, things will be kind of, increasing in coverage and intensity in that 3 to 5 p.m. time frame, east of the Triad and west of I-95. And then from 6 p.m. on, it's I-95 eastward. Okay? So I hope that kind of sets the stage of what we're thinking for today's showers and thunderstorms. I will point out, and again, this makes sense, that, northern portions of central North Carolina and northeast North Carolina, as I'm showing right here, is where we think the greatest coverage or the best chance for severe storms will be. Okay? So let's go back to our slides. And again, we sent this slide out earlier today, just to kind of a reminder, where you see the yellow is where we think the best chance for severe storms are, but particularly the northern half of this region, we think is probably the stage is set for scattered severe storms. Again, here's the simulation I just showed. This one might be slightly different. I think this was an earlier run of the HRRR model, but basically it gives you the same time frame. It tells the same story. This is what you'll see when I email the slides out. This is again same time frame, and you could see that basically between 2, 4, and 6 p.m. is when central North Carolina is most likely going to see a blossoming, if you will, of those showers and thunderstorms with the potential for severe, particularly from the triangle north and eastward. Okay. And south too, if you're particularly east of I-95. All right, so the weather pattern here, the cold front I showed earlier is setting the stage for these showers and thunderstorms. Again, a couple of them could be severe with damaging straight line winds and large hail, the main threat. And then once we get into the weekend, there's a large upper level trough that's going to set up over the eastern U.S. And that trough is going to do two things. Number one, it's going to cool us down. So we're going to be unseasonably chilly this weekend. And it could give us a stray shower, not a thunderstorm, but just a rain shower, mainly west of I-95, Friday evening, maybe Saturday evening, sometime in the Friday evening through Saturday time frame. There could be a stray shower. I probably wouldn't let it, affect any outdoor plans you've got. I would go ahead and plan for those outdoor activities Friday evening through this weekend. Just know that, if you're west of I-95, there could be a stray shower. Probably won't last long, probably won't amount to much, but just, know that, it could happen at basically any point in time. But most of the time it should be dry, okay, through that time frame. In fact, Monday and Tuesday will be dry. Look at high pressure over us in the lower left. And then we'll get into another, period. Again, these things come every, 5, 6, 7 days. We get another cold front that blows through here. So it looks like our next chance for showers and storms will be towards the middle or latter part of next week. Okay, and then the other weather story is, again, patchy frost is possible Saturday night and Sunday night. So early Sunday morning, early Monday morning when you're waking up, there could be some frost, patches of frost. Obviously, ag folks need to consider that. And if you have any outdoor gardening concerns, definitely, cover things up as needed. Okay, and then it'll warm back up early next week. All right, so how much rain are we going to get out of this? It looks like the heaviest rain will be basically east of the Triad, probably along the I-95 corridor, probably north of I-40 today. But even there, it's going to be less than 1 inch. And why is because these storms are moving pretty quickly. So they're not going to be parked over one place just dumping. They're not going to be, the opportunity for training cells is not particularly high today. So that's why we think rainfall amounts today will be generally less than 1 inch. And then after that, it's pretty much dry or very spotty, very light rain. So 5-day rainfall totals are definitely less than 1 inch for just about for all of central North Carolina. All right. So that said, really, there's no the risk for flash flooding is low despite today's thunderstorm risk. Okay, those storms are going to be moving pretty quick, and the opportunity for training is not ideal today. All right, so once we get past today, the opportunity for severe storms, we don't see any for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Come late next week, we'll have to watch and see what that system over the middle of the country is doing. But basically, the latter half of next week will probably be our next thunderstorm opportunity. All right, and then that said, that could be a pretty good rainmaker with that system late next week. But we'll deal with that system when we do our Monday briefing next Monday. Okay. Finally, east of I-95 is where the drought is hanging on. So, hopefully we'll keep our fingers crossed that we can get close to 1 inch of rain. I don't think we're going to see those amounts, but that's what we need, several inches of abundant rain east of I-95 to break the drought. So, certainly this is something that, there might be some opportunities here over the coming weeks, but unfortunately the worst of the drought is lingering east of I-95. All right, so there's two things I circled in the bottom graphic. I circled in red the chance for thunderstorms because there could be some isolated severe, as we talked about. And then I circled the cold nighttime temperatures, Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night. Especially Saturday night and Sunday night, we'll have that chance for frost. But, when the temperatures are only holding around 60, that's pretty chilly for this time of year for, early to mid-April. So anyway, those are your two weather stories for the next 5-6 days. And again, the main concerns, today's thunderstorm risk, there could be a couple severe storms with large hail and damaging winds. Again, particularly along and east of US 1, best chance east of I-95, along and east of I-95. And then again, don't forget to cover up those garden plants or take precautions as needed. So that is our weekly briefing, or Thursday update anyway. And I'll leave you with the last slide, again, the timing, radar simulations for today, so you have a sense of what's happening.